Hello, and thank you all for taking the time to attend this webinar. Today's presentation will showcase real estate economics efforts in accommodating your market research needs in today's landscape. As you know, there are many challenges we have to face. Some of those challenges could include a limited budget, not enough manpower to research and assemble data. You may just want an initial look at a city and market. You could be short on time or not even sure where your next area of interest will be. Well, we have a solution for today's challenges. Those are our Citicorp and Citicorp Plus report packets. These are real estate economics premier off-the-shelf report packages. There are two city-level report options that contain residential closing information, new home project data, employment statistics, and building permit activity. The Citicorp Plus package provides basic information on a city level and is provided in a PDF format for $250. The second option is our Citicorp Plus report, which contains the same information plus additional charts and tables in an MS Excel format for $500. The benefits of these reports is number one, it's cost effective. They can be generated for any city, is compiled by Real Estate Economics. You can get the report within a 24-hour turnaround, and it's an all-in-one market research packet. The Citicorp report package contains closings information, including a map, a review report, and a sweet spot report. It also contains new home development reports, including a map, the new home profiles, also known as comp sheets, a summary report, and a historical trends report that we call our survey to survey. It also provides you with simple employment statistics and building permit data. Our Citicorp Plus report package is provided in a working MS Excel format and contains the same information as the Citicorp report. However, in addition to the map, the review report, and the sweet spot report, you get the full closings report workbook, which includes an interactive graph and a planning table. The new home development reports contain the map, the comp sheets, the summary report, and the survey to survey. As part of the Core Plus package, you also get the full interactive competitive floor plan comparison graph that allows you to plot in your specific floor plan scenarios onto the graph and onto the pricing table. You also get the full employment statistic workbook and the full building permit data report. These two reports contain a great deal of additional charts and tables. This is an example of the closings map. As you'll notice for this particular area, each transaction is color-coded to correspond with this pie graph. The blue transactions signify traditional resales or short sales, which are owner-to-owner transactions. The new home closings are identified in green. Foreclosures, which are owner-to-bank transactions, are identified in red. And those bank-owned properties to new owners is represented in yellow, known as our foreclosure sales. The review report takes all the transactions for that specific time period and divvies them up according to transaction type. In this case, there was 170 resales, 17 new home closings, 78 foreclosures, and 86 foreclosure sales. If you'll notice to the right, you'll have the same information for the same time period 1 year ago and the information for the same time period 2 years ago, providing you a 3-year trend. The next section provides average sold price year over year, average unit size year over year, average price per square foot, and average mortgage amounts. The report then takes the total number of transactions and breaks them down by product type. In this case, you have 312 single-family residences and 36 condominium or attached product. Down below, you have a series of 6 charts that represent the data above. The first chart graphs each and every transaction that we have a square foot and a price for. The second graph identifies housing transaction by volume. In this case, January of 2012, you can see the single-family residences versus the attached, what January of 2011 looked like, and what January of 2010 looked like. The next chart, or table, to the right is the average price year over year and price per square foot year over year. In the lower left-hand corner, you have your mortgage amounts year over year with your loan to value. The bottom center graph represents the chart above, only in visual form. So here's your volume of resales, your volume of new home closings, your volume of foreclosures, and your volume of foreclosure sales for January of 2012. This is the information for January of 2011, and this is your information for January of 2010. And lastly, in the lower right-hand corner, you have your housing transactions by price range. The current period is identified in the dark purple, and you can visually see where the majority of the transactions are taking place in which price range. Moving on to our sweet spot report, again, you have the same headers across the top. You have your total number of transactions broken out by sales type and product type. But then what the report does is takes the total number of transactions and divvies them up according to sales price. In this case, there was 10 units under 100,000, which made up 2.9% of the market. The average current price was $85,150. The average unit size was 873 square feet. The average price per square foot was $102.77. The average mortgage was $76,660, and then you have your averages here. As you move down the page, you'll notice the report takes the 272 total transactions and divvies them up by square foot in this category. Down below, the report will take the total number of transactions and then divvy them up by bedroom count. This is an example of what the new home development map looks like. The dots represent where each of the projects are located. This is an example of what one of our new home profiles or comp sheet looks like. You have your basic information across the top and the date we were last there. The comp sheet also identifies how many total units are zoned, how many units were released, how many units were sold, and how many escrow closed. It moves on to include standing inventory, unsold, under constructed units, total improved lots, unreleased inventory. The last three factors is your total months selling, your monthly sales rate for the life of the project, and your rate of escrow closure. To the right, you'll notice the information for our previous surveys. So this is the information from our October survey, our July survey, our April survey, and previously January. The difference between our October visit and our January visit is located here under Since Previous Survey. This is your quarterly change. So in this case, your monthly sales rate for the quarter is 2.4 units versus 2.1 for the life of project. Down below, you have your floor plan characteristics and sales prices. You have your incentive by floor plan, square footage, bedroom bath count, unit mix, and how many are left available. As you move down the page, you'll notice features. This lists out what comes standard and what's an option as far as the interior, the kitchen, master bedroom and bath, secondary bath, exterior. We also identify monthly fees, HOA, HOA sub, basic tax rate, and taxes with assessments. Down below, you have your traffic count, your broker co-op, and your school information. Down below, you have your community features, your view, financing concessions and incentives, and any information that we have will be located here under General Comments. Our residential summary report provides project-level data. So in this case, the 5 projects are listed with the builder, city, and community. It lists the total number of units, how many units have been released for sale, and of those released for sale, how many are left available. It provides your quarterly sales rate and your overall sales rate. You then have your pricing information, floor plan characteristics, and estimated monthly cost. Down below, this report breaks the information up by master plan. Our next report is our historical trends, also known as our survey to survey. As you'll notice, the current time period is 1Q12, and in this area, there was 6 actively selling developments. The average of base prices, unit size, price per square foot, and average premium. It then moves on to include lot size and sales rates and average monthly sales per development. The next section identifies inventory. So you'll have your total unsold released inventory, your total unsold unreleased inventory, the combination of 2, how many months of unsold but released units, how many months of unsold unreleased units, and then the total inventory. This is what the area looks like for the first quarter 2012. This is what the same area looked like during our fourth quarter 2011 audit, our third quarter 2011 audit, our second quarter 2011 audit, all the way back to our first quarter 2010. Located to the right, you have your 12-month change and your 24-month change. Down below, the report has taken the liberty of graphing some of the information above. Here is your sales volume, quarter over quarter, your inventory changes, quarter over quarter, price trends, and advertised concessions, quarter over quarter. In the City Core report, this is the report you will receive. In the City Core Plus, you have the option of unhiding columns, since it is in an Excel format, and getting data back to first quarter 2004 in some areas. In our City Core reports, you get the employment statistics listed here. You have your job change by industry. You have your total non-farm jobs. You have your MSA employment by supersector. And you have your total non-farm graph. Additional charts and tables are provided in the City Core Plus package. The building permit data in the City Core report goes back to first quarter 2005. It's going to give you the number of single family and multifamily and your total. It's going to give you the building permit values, building permit value by unit, and then what the values are in 2011. Please note that in the City Core Plus report, you get the information back to 1990. Down below, you have your quarterly city building permits, quarter over quarter, identified by multifamily, single family, and the light green is total. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this webinar. If you have any questions regarding these reports or would like to see a sample of the City Core Plus, please contact us at 949-502-5151. You can reach Judy Dool at extension 114 or Sandy Rivera at extension 108. Thank you all again. Hope you have a great day.